Well, good morning, YouTube. Lofty's here. Cop a look at this beauty. Just popped up to Damrells and picked this one up. Finally arrived. Took a while. I've been looking forward to riding in this since I saw it at the show last year. It's a Honda. It's the brand new 2026 Honda CB1000GT. It looks drop dead. Lovely red. I absolutely love it to bits. Cracking bike. Anyway, if you're interested in seeing Lofty give the CB1000GT a bit of rev, you stick around. Well, good morning, YouTube. Lofty's here. We're up at Damrells. Look at this. Brand new bike, 26 plate. Been looking forward to this. I believe they've sorted the engine problems out. It is the Honda CB1000GT. Very, very nice. We've not got the panniers on, but everything else is on. Screen, centre stand. Good looking bike, isn't it? Okay, here we go. CB1000GT. First thing I notice is you have to give it a bit of a rev to get going. The clutch seems quite a long way away. It's not adjustable. When you feel like you're sitting in it, I feel quite fixed. My knees are underneath the tank cutaways and I'm bang against the bump stop. There's just about enough leg room. So we've got the Fireblade engine. I think it's based on a 2014 blade. Quick shifter. It's got a lovely growl to it. Let's take it round the island, round Lofty's Island. Second gear. I think it's got slightly more aggressive rake on it than the NT. Your arms and your hands seem further forward, but it's okay. Indicator buttons under the horn. Right, here we go, second gear. Shoots up to 65. I think the best thing we can do is have a bit of a look at it, see what you think. Okay, so here we are. I've took it off the centre stand. We've got an acropovic on it as well. How about that? Let's sling a leg across it. Okay, it's not too tall, not too small. As you know, I'm 6'5", 16.5 stone. So there, I'm right against the bump stop. As you can see, there's this big fairing cutaway here. I'm just about, with toes on and feet, I can get my knees underneath. Not a problem for a big lad. Handlebars are nice and wide, nice and high. In some ways, it feels like the NT breed. Now, it's much stiffer, much firmer. It's much sportier. I think this is going to attract a sportier type of rider. Well, it's a Fireblade engine in it. What do you expect? Shall we have a close look? So here we go. What do you reckon? Just have a quick look round, see what we've got. Red and black. Handguards, adjustable screen, LEDs, radial brakes, acropovic, 6-speed change drive, of course, centre stand, quick shifter, TFT dash, keyless. Shall we have a close-up? So here we go, there's the dash, standard dash, coming out, have a look at the screen, easy to adjust. You can adjust it one-handed, on the fly, 3 positions, absolutely superb. Coming out, generic mirrors, plastic handguards, hydraulic adjustable brake, 1 button start stop, hazard warnings, activate cruise, super. Coming down. We've got a USB, USB-C, keyless. How about that? Keyless, not bad at all. I'm not a big keyless fan. We'll see how we get on. The fob is quite big. Coming out to the other side, same generic mirrors, plastic handguards, non-adjustable cable-operated clutch, heated grips, standard, high and low mode button. So we've got sport, rain, road, user, standard, you name it. Easy, just push it on with the mode. We've got the blade for the trips, pip horn, indicator, and we've got the cruise control setter on the left. Fantastic, well done on that, that's much better. Okay, shall we start it up? And from the cannon launcher, we've got an acro. Sounds gorgeous, doesn't it? Looks gorgeous, sounds gorgeous. I think Honda are onto a winner here. Shall we get the specs? I think we ought to. So what is it exactly? 2026 Honda CB1000GT. It's basically a Fireblade engine. It is the Hornet engine, to be fair. So it is 1000cc liquid-cooled double overhead camshaft 16 valve head. 6-speed chain drive. We've got the full fat of the same engine virtually as the Hornet, 148 brake horsepower, 75 foot-pounds and a 21-litre tank, giving us 47 mpg and a tank range of 216 miles. It is 229 kilograms wet, and we have a fairly lofty, for a sports tour anyway, 825 seat height. Let's have a look at the front end. Okay, so on the front end, we've got a 41mm Showa EERA. We've got the electric suspension. That should be good, that should. It's a 120/70/17 Batlacks. How about that? You can't fault it. Bridgestones on the front. We've got two 310mm disc and Nissan badged 4-pot radial caliper. On the rear, we've got a Showa monoshock, also EERA, so we've got electric suspension front and back. Fabulous. Coming out, we're running a 180/55/17 with a single 240mm disc and a Nissan badged 1-pot caliper. Pretty standard affair. These are them new T32s. I've had the T30s and the T31s. For me, they're a good enough firm tyre. So what have we got for the money? Cruise control, quick shifter, TFT, panniers, LED, keyless, you name it. It's got the lot. Adjustable screen. This could be one of the biggest sellers of the year. Different punter to the GS. If you're more of a sporty rider, I think this is going to compete with the XR, and it could compete very well, because the one place it competes best is price. This bike is around 12 grand. Yeah, you heard me, 12 grand. You want a decent XR, by the time you've kitted it out and put all the nonsense on, they're 20, 21, 22 grand. 12 grand with panniers. Very, very interesting. Let's give it a bit of thrash. Okay. Does sound good, doesn't it? Brakes work. Anyway, we'll check the quick shifter out and we'll check out the cruise control and all the rest of the nonsense in a second. So, focus nice and steady. All clear. 4th gear. 5th gear. Just knock the cruise on. Lovely. That cruise is superb. I'll just set it at 50. Well, the one good thing about this cruise is you set it at 50, it does 50. On the NT, it's always 1 mile less. So we're just nibbling down in 5th gear. Not a lot of vibration, feels quite nice. Steering is very sharp, very accurate. Got to say, it's a pretty comfortable place to be. I'm not sure about that screen, whether it'll be tall enough for lofty. So we'll have to see. But first impressions is a nice place to be. It's a bit revvy, but it's fine. It's okay. So I'll just deactivate the cruise with the throttle. Yeah, that works. That's great. Instant pickup. Yeah, drop it into 6th. So I'm just going to let it die a little bit in 6th. So we're down to 35, 34. Just let the revs drop off. So we're doing 2,000 revs, 30 mile an hour, 6th gear. How good is that? That's a good engine, isn't it? Just drop it down 1, drop it down 2. Auto blip works nicely. So we're in 4th gear. Squeeze it a bit. I've got to say that Akrapovic is quite intoxicating. Makes you want to give it a bit of rev. Here we go, up to the bridge. The lights are green. Up to 50. Little bit of a lift off the bridge there. Very nice. So that's good. I'm getting quite a bit of wind noise, I must admit, but it's all right at the moment. We'll test it on the dual carriageway. Here we go, down to 30. Third gear 30. Put the cruise on. Now, unfortunately, the cruise doesn't want to activate below 30. That's a shame. I think they're missing a trick, Honda, especially with all these 20 mile an hour zones everywhere. I think a 30 mile an hour cruise is acceptable, but you do need it to be 20 these days. Anyway, so here we go. I'm going to leave it in third, because as we get round the bend, we're going to drop it into a 20. I do like the dash. It's a shame it's not got the CarPlay built in, the Android Auto built in, like the NT. I think that would have been a real game changer if they'd have put the full TFT with the CarPlay. But still, I believe they've got a connectivity app. You can connect it up somehow, I'm not sure. Some people don't like doing it. They'd rather use their own Aoocci or whatever. Aoocci, 22% off. TLB 22 if you want one. So, third gear, 20 odd mile an hour. That's fine. I don't know whether you'd have to keep the chain nice and taut. Here we go. Thank you very much. I'm just going to drop it into second through the chicane bit here. There's always cars parked here. It's a spa. So there we are, second gear, 20 odd mile an hour. Well, I've took the camera away. That was nice for checking the speed out, that was, but still. Thank you, sir. Seat's fairly firm, but comfortable. You can't really move around much at my size. I don't know if you could if you were smaller, but it's a nice place to be. Yeah, nice place to be. I prefer this to the Hornet straight away. The seating position, everything about it, it just seems nicer. Every time I ride the Hornet, I feel like I've got to thrash it all the time, or you've got to be on it. Whereas this, I feel quite relaxed. I don't feel any urge to give it plenty. But that's good. I've not quite got used to the rev and the clutch, balancing it yet. Thank you very much, sir. So we're still doing 20 odd. We're going up to the 50 by the garage. We'll give it a bit of rev across the top. Squeeze it gently. Here we go. Take a right. I'm going to leave it in third. We're going to do a bit of a third gear roll on across the top. Here we go. Effortless up to 60. I don't know, in some ways 150 brake might be a bit much for a tourer, but I suppose if you're in the market for a Versi 1100 or a XR1000, you're going to want that poke because that's the type of bike you're going after. That's nice. Overtake. Effortless. Drop it in. Yeah, the steering is super. From a steering point of view, it's one of the nicest bikes I've ridden for a long while. Back up to 60. Those big Nissans on the front are absolutely lovely. Here we go. We'll do a bit of slow riding. We're taking a right here. Travesco. There's a little bit of fork dive, but not too much, especially if you balance it with the back. So, slow riding. It's effortless, isn't it? Absolutely effortless. Nice big wide bars. Easy peasy. So we'll just let it drift down the hill at 20. So that's second gear. Yeah, no trouble at all. Okay, so we're just coming out of the 20 zone, approaching the national. Give it a bit of stick. Here we go. Yeah, that's okay. I wouldn't say it's the best quick shifter I've ever used, but there are better ones on the market. Okay, so just slow it down. Right, 40 odd mile an hour, nobody about, back brake. Stability device, it don't do a lot. Okay. Front brakes. Oh yeah, tremendous. They're lovely brakes on the front. So we'll just clear the bend here, and we'll give it an emergency stop front and back. We're all clear front and back, here we go. Well, you can't fault that, can you? I think with a pillion on the back, you'll probably need both brakes. You know, when you're touring with the luggage on. So here we are, let's enjoy the road. Nice feel to the front. Here we go. Straight up to 60. Auto blip. Auto blip to third. And second, make it scream a bit. Fueling's superb, there's no popping or banging. They've got it smack on. Yeah, that's a bit smoother. Getting used to it a bit more. Put the brakes on a bit. Drop it down. Third gear. Car coming, Audi. Okay. We'll get it up to 60, get the cruise control on. Okay, there we go. 60 mile an hour. Holds a lovely line. Tyres are well scrubbed in, to be fair. It's had quite a few have ridden it. I didn't know it was available until yesterday, so I'm a bit late to the party. It's had quite a few test rides. It's going well. Yeah, that cruise control's lovely. Very impressed. Just catching this little Citroen up slowly. We're not going to get an overtaking, so I'll just disengage. Up to Lofty's Island. Bit of breakage. Typical Honda gearbox. Lovely. I'll say one thing, I'm going to have to bring the bird up. This is one I'm going to have to test two up, so as you can get a feel of what the back seat's like. So hopefully in the next week, I'll take it out again with a bird on the back and let you know. Okay, so stick it in third gear, we'll go down the hill. Third gear roll on, national dual carriageway. Okay, straight away we're up there. So we'll put the cruise control on at 70. Screen. That's the screen all the way down. I'm getting quite a bit of wind noise. In the mid position. Yeah. And in the top position. I'm not actually sure which should be the quietest. Anyway, bit of breakage, auto blip. I think it might need a blade on the top, extra 3 or 4 inches just to deflect. So there we go, fourth gear 40 down to 35. Auto blip round. Lovely jubbly. I can get my toes on the pegs yet. I'm getting used to finding that indicator button now. So we're in second. It'll do 70 in first. Absolute doddle. Okay, I'll just clear this car and I'll pull over. So, what do you think then, Lofty? Oh, I'm quite impressed. It's a nice bike. It's very smooth. It's got loads and loads of power. I would really like to try it 2-up. The EERA suspension is fabulous. There's not much pitching and diving and booking. Yeah, interesting. Anyway, what do you think? You've been watching the video along with me. If you've enjoyed this video, click on the like, subscribe, ring the bell, ask me a question. Are you interested in buying one of these GTs? Or have you already bought one? Let me know what you think. It's a yes from Lofty. I wasn't sure what to think. When I saw it at the show, I thought, that's nice. Will it take away buyers of the NT? I do think it will. It's so much smoother than the NT. I don't know about torque. The figures say the NT's got more torque, but once you get into that rev range, does it really matter that much? Like I say, I do want to ride this bike 2-up. Anyway, thank you, Simon, for giving me the keys. Really enjoyed it. Had a wonderful morning. Come and ride it. You won't be disappointed. Here's Connor. If you want your bike service, come and see Connor. Anyway, this is the Lofty Biker saying ta-da for now. Ta-da.